Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today, all of us have heard of Warren Buffett, who everyone considered one of the greatest investors of all time. And with a man who's been investing since 1960s, he has had great returns, but also brings us so much wisdom on how to invest, especially when our country is in times like this where there's so much uncertainty, so much things going on with tariffs, trade wars, so on and so forth, real estate market. The question comes, what are the top advices or things we can learn from Warren Buffett and use those principles to invest in this time and make sure we come out of this and make sure we are growing wealth. So stay tuned and make sure you listen to point number 7, because if I had known that point 3 years ago, that would have saved me a huge amounts of money and avoided big mistakes. So let's get started. So before we jump in, my name is Raghav Manchanda. I'm the managing broker of 7 Lending, and my goal with this channel is to give you the best advice in real estate investing, making money in Canada, and to know about investing in different things from stock markets to private lending. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more such content. The thing I really like about Warren Buffett is he manages to make good returns but keep investing simple and not make it complicated. One of the famous quotes Warren Buffett has is that you don't need an IQ of 160 to make money investing. Even someone who has an IQ of 120 can make more returns than someone with an IQ of 160, because it's not about intelligence. It's about doing the right things and making decisions based on fundamentals. And that brings me to the first point. And what Warren Buffett says is be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. Now, what this really means, and when there's panic in the market where people are scared to make moves, that's when you need to be really aggressive. You should not be investing out of fear of missing out. What we saw in 2021, 2022, a lot of investors started investing in real estate in Canada because it was so easy and everyone's doing it, and everyone thought, oh, I'll buy a property today and flip it in 3 months. And those people suffered. People who are stuck with pre-sales right now, they're not able to close because they invested when everyone else was also greedy. The key here is you need to time yourself right and do whatever is the opposite of the common marketing sentiment. Now, I'll give you an example. Back in the recession of 2007, 2008, Warren Buffett made a huge investment in Bank of America. Now, the banking system was collapsing. People were scared to touch any banking stocks. He made that investment and got huge returns. Why? Because he made his decision based on the fundamentals of the business. He knew there's not much competition. He could get a great deal. And that investment has paid off handsomely to Berkshire Hathaway. Now, the application here is, as we enter into 2025, whether you're looking to invest in private lending, stocks, real estate, or businesses, this would be a time when a lot of people are panic selling. They would be in the gray area, whether to move, sell, buy, what to do. This is the time to be greedy because other people are not as opportunistic. If you have good cash, good fundamentals, this could be a great time to invest. But of course, you still have to do your due diligence. And that brings me to the point number 2, is Warren Buffett loves to invest in forever. And one of the common things he says is, for most companies they fully control, he plans to never sell their stocks. May not be like Warren Buffett and we can hold stocks forever, but the big principle is have a long-term view when you're doing investing. Whether you're doing real estate, stocks, or whatever, you need to know that, is this an investment which will give me good returns 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now? Because when you look at a long-term horizon, you are better able to make decisions. You're away from the quick money mindset, and you do end up doing better evaluation and better investments. So one of the famous examples is Warren Buffett's investment with American Express. Now, he only made an investment of 1.3 billion in American Express, and his investment today is worth over 25 billion. In fact, if I'm not wrong, he owns over 20% of American Express. Why? Because he made an investment, and this goes back, I don't know, 30, 40 years, or even more. He saw the fundamentals of the company. He knew where they're going and said, I want to keep on investing on this and hold this stock forever. And which is a great principle, because even when others are greedy, even if you get good deals, others are fearful, and you can be greedy with good deals. Unless you have a long-term view on getting real estate, you will make decisions. There is no such thing as quick money when it comes to value investing in real estate. Now, rule number 3 is what he says is, most news is noise. Don't pay much attention to it. It's not real news. You need to let go of emotions and see what the facts and the true fundamentals are. And this can be seen in a crucial investments Warren Buffett has made, when it comes to investing in the 2008 recession, which has made him billions, or how he sells his stocks and when he buys it. Because it's not based on, oh, hey, Bitcoin is trending, he'll invest in Bitcoin. In fact, he will run away from Bitcoin even if it's making money, because he doesn't understand it. A big thing he does is he doesn't go by fads or short-term profits. He has a very long-term view and looks for actual numbers, actual data, not just news and opinions. And we have to make sure to not invest based on small trends, fads, spam news you see, whether it's on social media, so on and so forth. He makes calculated decisions. Now, this is key, especially when you invest in real estate, mutual funds, etc., to make sure you put the news aside, the news, blinding news, which actually has no value. It's more like a reality show these days, but focus on fundamentals. Now, number 4 tip Warren Buffett gives is buy stocks you understand, and make sure you understand your investments and the business. And here's a story he shares, or an example he shares, that if you're a baseball player, don't go out there and try pitching every single ball which gets thrown at your way. Because what will happen then is you will have your strikes. Because strikes happen when there's a ball coming at you, you try taking a shot and you miss it. What he says is do not take every strike, but instead focus on the things you truly understand and take strikes when you're certainly sure of success. And a big part of that is understanding the investment you're trying to make. Now, a famous story is Warren Buffett is really good friends with Bill Gates. But for the longest time, he did not understand technology. He did not understand Microsoft. And yes, he could have made millions or billions by investing in Microsoft in the 90s or even early 2000s. But he didn't understand the business and he chose not to do that. Now, most of us will think, oh, he missed out making billions. But the key is he put that money in investments he understood. That gave him peace of mind, that gave him steady returns, and he still made his billions. The big application is don't try to go out there and take every opportunity which comes onto your way. Be prepared, know what you know what you don't know, and know what you're looking for. And only take the right swings which make sense for you, right? If you're in the market and you think you'll be buying cash flowing property, it would be stupid to start booking on pre-sales in this market when you know that won't cash flow. There's so many other scenarios, but every season of life, every stage of knowledge requires a different kind of investment. And you need to make sure what makes sense for you, what makes sense for me may not make sense for you. So know the shots you want to take, and whenever you do it right. Now, advice number 5 is only listen to those who trust. What I want to add on to here is not only do you listen to who you trust, but also people who have the results you need. The problem is we have so much opinion, right? Like people are making money like anything, investing in crypto, other fads, meme coins, so on and so forth. You may not understand that well. They may not have the results you have. You may not trust them. And we've seen recently people investing in NFTs, meme coins, and losing money because they saw a trend online and just invested it. So one of the big things I say is if you have mentors, if you have people, follow the people who have the results you want. Secondly, make sure you trust them. Because if they don't fit in those 2 criteria, I do not want their opinion. If they do not have the results, if I don't trust them, then it is a waste of time. One of my golden rule is whenever I'm out there looking for guidance, coaching, mentorship, anything, I ask people who have the results I want, because that is one of the easiest ways to get there. What you can see from Warren Buffett is his long-standing partnership with Charlie Munger, who is one of his business associates as well, is they really trusted each other. And I think that's a big reason for the success both of them have had together. Rule number 6, and this sounds pretty simple, but if the business does well, the stock follows. This specifically means for buying stocks or mutual funds. But the idea is if something has strong fundamentals, if it has good cash flow, you know over time it will have good results. The question is whether you're getting a good deal on it or not. Just because you're getting a good deal on a stock which does not have the right fundamentals may not make sense. Now, how do we translate this to real estate or other investments? Well, if there's a property with huge potential, but it does not have good results right now, even if you're getting a good price, you have to see if it makes sense for you or not. However, if you're getting a property at good market price, but it has great rental income, it's proven for the last 5 years, good area, you know it's inevitable to get good results on it, that would make a great investment. So you need to focus on fundamentals, make sure it's already working or is going to work real soon, and don't make decisions based on speculations. History, in some cases, can be a really good indication of how it's going to be in the future. Now, this brings me to point 7, and I wish I knew this 2 years ago. Warren Buffett says, never count on a good sale. And the good thing here is, he says, have the purchase price be so attractive that even a mediocre sale will give you good results. So what this means is buying something is the key to success at the right price, right? I have seen this in real estate in BC and Ontario, especially just because something is so attractive and you're getting it. We buy real estate thinking, oh, but I should be able to flip it 3, 6, 9 months down the line. If you're not having an attractive purchase price, I don't want to say it, but you're in a mess. I've made this mistake in real estate. And I've seen people do that with pre-sale investments, other things which I'm not a fan of. So whenever you're making an investment, make sure the purchase price is one of the strongest things about it. Because if you just have that right, even if it's an average sale, the market goes up or down, you still improve your chances to win. There you go. Those were the 7 principles we can learn from Warren Buffett. Now, my question to you is, what are some common sense principles or rules you use to make your investment decisions? Make sure you comment down there with what you use, and make sure you follow us for more such content. Till then, see you next time.